Hi friends. In previous classes, we have learned about what is this digital marketing, why this digital marketing is useful, and what is this domain hosting, how to buy them and all. Right? So, in today's class, we are going to learn how to map this domain and hosting. We'll also be learning how to install WordPress, what is a subdomain, and all we'll be learning, and we'll also see WordPress a bit. We'll be giving an introduction to WordPress also, web designing using WordPress. Right. So, what is a domain? Please speak out. What is a domain? Name of the website is known as domain. And what is hosting?
Name of the server. Name of the server.
Or the space in a server. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Nothing but space in a
Space in
server.
sir.
Right. So, space in a server. Right. This is what we learned in simple. So, domain means name of a website and hosting means space in a server. So, if you take an example, so now what is the domain here?
Amazon.
Yes,
Amazon.
yes, right. Amazon is the domain name here, right? Amazon is the domain. So now I'll be showing you some website. You should say me what is the domain there. So in this URL, what is the domain?
NDTV.
Yes, you are true. It is NDTV. NDTV is the domain. So if you go for something like movies or like such. So now what is the domain here? What is the domain here?
Movies.ndtv.
Yes, I'll say.
Movies.nd.
Yes, you are correct. I'll explain in detail. Okay, actually, here in the first one or in the first two ones, here the domain name is Amazon and NDTV. There are only one primary domain. Okay, there is only one primary domain. Here, if you notice, there are two domain names movies.ndtv.com. Okay, so here the primary domain is NDTV. Here the primary domain is NDTV and the subdomain is movies. Here subdomain is movies. This is known
Movies.
as a subdomain. Okay, this is known as a subdomain. Subdomain is nothing but a part of a domain. Okay, so if we have too much of data or if you have too much of things to be stored, if you want to divide our data, then we can create such kind of subdomains. Okay, so subdomains look like this movies.ndtv.com. Okay, so if you see, this is an NDTV website. So usually NDTV people will be having so much of data. So they want to show their data to people by dividing it so that people can easily notice it and easily read their data. Okay, so that's why they have divided their domain name into subdomain. So if you see, every URL will be divided into subdomain health.ndtv.com, sports.ndtv.com, like that. They'll be dividing the whole news things into categories. Okay, so this is again another subdomain. Here, the primary domain will be NDTV and subdomain will be doctor. Okay, so we can also create such kind of subdomains so that we can divide our data and people can understand it easily. Okay, that's the use of these subdomains. Here what we do is simply we'll be taking some hosting or we'll be allocating some space in server to the domain, right? We learned it in previous classes. Here what we do is, in case of subdomain, okay, we'll be giving some amount of space to each and every subdomain. So if the main domain is having 100 GB of space, okay, then we'll be dividing that space among different subdomains. So we'll be giving some 10 GB space to one subdomain and another 10 GB space to some other subdomains, like that. So it's our wish. We can create our subdomains or we can leave it as it is. We can normally use domains only. There is no need to create subdomains also. If you wish, you can create such kind of subdomains also. I'll also say you in the coming class how to create them and all. Okay, so Please remember what is a domain and what is subdomain. Please, you should be able to notice that. Right. So now let's see how to map this domain and hosting. Yesterday we learned how to buy this domain and hosting. Okay, so we also learned that we can buy domain from one service provider and hosting from other service providers also. Okay, or we can buy both domain and hosting from same service providers also. Okay, so right now today we are going to see how to map this domain and hosting. If we combine this domain and hosting, we can start building our website, right? So for this thing we have to go to a service provider. Okay, we will be buying one domain from our service provider, right? So we have to go to that service provider. So I bought my domain from GoDaddy, so I'll be going to GoDaddy. Okay, so you must have an account in GoDaddy. So while buying a domain or hosting, whatever it may be, it will ask you to create an account. So you will be having an account in GoDaddy once you buy anything, right? So I have logged in already. If you haven't, please log in. Okay, I'll click on visit my account. So after you buy something, in my products you'll be seeing everything. Okay, what all you bought. Okay, what all domains you bought, what all hostings you bought. Okay, all the things you'll be seeing. So go to the domain, okay, to which you want to map the hosting. Okay, go to that particular domain. I'll go to this domain. Then choose DNS. DNS means domain name servers. Okay, yesterday we have seen about this. This is known as domain name servers. Okay, so domain name servers are nothing but names given to the space. Okay, names given to the space present in the server. Okay, will be allocated some space, right? So for that space, the systems will be naming. Okay, they can't remember like Amazon, they can't remember like Flipkart. Okay, they'll be given some IP address kind of names. Okay, some numbering will be given. Okay, those are known as domain name servers. Now we have to change them. Right, go to DNS. Okay, now we have to change this name servers. Okay, actually if you buy hosting, you'll be getting a mail. In that mail you'll be getting two name servers. Okay, they'll look like some numbers, or they may look like this. Okay, 141.23.12, like this. They might look like numbering also. Okay, so after that you should click on change. Okay, after you click on change, you'll be getting a box. Okay, it's okay. Okay, after that you'll be getting like this. You have to choose I'll use my own name servers. Okay, if you bought your hosting from GoDaddy itself, you can choose this I'll use GoDaddy name servers. Or else if you bought your hosting from some other service provider like HostGator, Hostinger, or whatever it may be, you have to choose okay, I'll use my own name servers, and you have to paste those two name servers here, and you have to save them. Okay, once you save them, you can start building your website. This is how you should map your domain and hosting. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to go to your service provider. Then you have to go to my products. There you can see what all products you bought, like domain and hosting, whatever it may be. Then go to the domain to which you want to map your hosting. Okay, so go to the domain, and beside the domain you will be seeing DNS. On the right hand side you will be seeing DNS or domain name servers. Click on that, and then you have to choose change name servers. Okay, and then you have to paste the name servers what you got. Okay, after buying a hosting, you'll be getting name servers, these domain name servers to your mail. You have to paste those two name servers there, and you have to click on save. That's it. Okay, clear? Any doubts till now? Okay, please respond. Any doubts?
No, ma'am, no doubts.
Right, thank you. So this is how we'll be mapping our domain and hosting. Right, so yesterday we have seen how to buy a hosting and all. So today I'll be showing you what are the types of hosting. Okay, actually there will be two types of hosting. Okay, so you can take a web hosting, or you can also take WordPress hosting. Okay, so it kind of things. So I'll go to GoDaddy. I'll try to buy some hosting here. Okay, see, you can see two types of hosting here: website hosting and WordPress hosting. Okay, web hosting or website hosting. Okay, I'll go to this WordPress hosting. Okay, almost all the plans will be similar here. Okay, all the things will be similar. So all the resources what you get, all the packs are will look similar. But what is the difference between this web hosting and WordPress hosting is, okay, so in case of this web hosting, you'll be getting a cPanel. Okay, I'll explain what is this. In case of this WordPress hosting, okay, we'll not be getting a cPanel, and here we'll be getting a pre-installed WordPress. Okay, we'll get a pre-installed WordPress. That is an advantage here. Okay, with the help of this WordPress only, we'll be designing our website. We'll be seeing it. Okay, so why we are not getting any cPanel and all? Okay, let's see. So almost both the plans are similar. Okay, here in case of web hosting, yesterday we have seen, if you go for deluxe or ultimate pack, okay, we can share that hosting to multiple websites, right? Do you people remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but in case of this WordPress hosting, we can't share our, okay, we can't share our hosting. Our hosting will be given to only one, only one website. Okay, the hosting can be given to only one website. See, even if we take this kind of ultimate hosting also, the hosting can be given to only one website. We can't share. Okay, we can't share our hosting to multiple websites. Okay, that is an disadvantage in case of this WordPress hosting. So, and in case of web hosting, we'll be getting a cPanel. What is this cPanel? Okay, this cPanel is nothing but like a root folder. Okay, it is like a root folder. Here, by using this cPanel, okay, we can create subdomains. I said right. We can create multiple subdomains in a domain like that. We can create multiple subdomains by using this cPanel, and also we can share our hosting. Okay, by using this cPanel, we can share our hosting. We can see what all the data stored and all. Okay, we can see all these things by using cPanel. Or if we get any issues, we can go to a cPanel and we can correct them. Okay, so there are many advantages with the help of this cPanel. Um, and another thing is here we are seeing that in WordPress hosting we'll be getting a pre-installed WordPress. Okay, there is no need to install WordPress if you take this WordPress hosting. But by using web hosting also, as it has cPanel, we can go to a cPanel and we can install WordPress. Okay, we can install WordPress. It is just it will take just a minute. Okay, so within a minute or 2 minutes, you can install WordPress by using the cPanel. Okay, I'll always suggest to take web hosting only. Okay, why? Because we'll be getting a cPanel, and if we get any issues or like such, we can go to a cPanel and we can correct them. Okay, and also we can create subdomains. We can share our hosting. There are many advantages with the help of having hosting. We can take a backup and all. Okay, there are many advantages with the help of this cPanel. Okay, it is like a root folder. So that's why always I'll suggest to go for web hosting only. Okay, WordPress hosting also will be good, but here it will not be having any kind of cPanel, and we cannot share our hosting to multiple websites. That's a disadvantage. Okay, so that is the difference between web hosting and WordPress hosting, right? So now let's go to cPanel. How to go to this cPanel? Okay, so in order to go to cPanel, you have to type your domain name. So, for example, my domain name is tech courses. Okay, let's bring that. It's tech courses. So you have to type techcourses.com/cpanel. Okay, like this. You have to enter in the URL box. Then you will be navigated to your cPanel. Once you map your domain and hosting, then you can go to your cPanel. Okay, if you take web hosting, then only you'll get this cPanel. If you take WordPress hosting, you'll not be getting any kind of cPanel. Okay, so let's go and see how the cPanel looks. So you have to type your domain name. Okay, what domain name you took? You have to take the domain name /cpanel. You have to type. So you'll be redirected to cPanel. It will ask you for a login. Okay, you have to log in there, right? Click on login. So you'll be given that username and password also through mail. Okay, when you buy hosting, you'll be getting that details. Okay, so this is how your cPanel looks. Okay, so if you see here, you can create subdomains. So you can notice that subdomains like such. See, by going there, you can create multiple subdomains. And you can also install WordPress here. Okay, you can also install WordPress. Okay, so if you don't find anything, you can simply search here, like WordPress like this. You can search here. Okay, or else I'll scroll down. Okay, here it is, WordPress. You have to go here and simply click on install this application. Okay, you have to click on install this application, then WordPress will be installed into your domain. Okay, so once you install your WordPress, okay, your website will look like this. So initially you haven't designed anything, right? Initially your website will look like this. Okay, any doubts till now?
It's clear, no doubt.
Thank you. So now let's start with WordPress. So before going to designing with WordPress, what is this WordPress? Let's see. So WordPress. So we have been hearing it since 2 classes. What is this? Right? So actually we can design our website using coding. Okay, so using coding and using non-coding also. In these two ways we can design our website. Okay, we can design our website using coding like HTML, CSS, Java, PHP, okay, whatever it may be. So if you have any idea, you'll be knowing about those things, right? Using coding we can develop a website, and without using coding, without making a 0% coding, without using 0% coding also, we can develop a website by using various tools. Okay, by using various tools like WordPress, Joomla, Shopify, Drupal, all these are various things using which we can develop our website. Magento, okay, these are various things, etc. Okay, by using all these things, we can develop our website. So now we'll be learning how to design a website using WordPress. Okay, so what is this WordPress? WordPress is a content management system. Okay, it is a content management system. Okay, CMS, right? In short form, we call it as CMS. So the name itself says it manages some content. Okay, with this application, we can manage our web content, we can create and edit content, publish content, we can delete the content, all these things we can do. And it is a free and open source tool. Okay, we need not pay anything. We can download it freely. Okay, if we have a cPanel, we can go to cPanel and we can download it within a minute. Okay, within a minute we can download this WordPress. That's why it is free. It is very easy to learn and use also. Okay, and also it offers multiple themes. Okay, so in previous class I have shown you my websites and all, right? Such kind of themes, all that kind of themes are free in case of this WordPress. There are also premium themes. I'll explain about them later. Okay, it offers multiple themes, like more than some 10,000. So more than some 10,000 themes we'll be getting from for free here. And also we'll be getting some plugins. Okay, what are these plugins and all, I'll explain. Okay, so to make our work easier, we'll be using these plugins. Okay, so we'll be also getting some free plugins. Okay, we'll be getting some more than 50k plugins, means 50,000 of plugins we'll be getting for free. Okay, we can use all these things for free by using this WordPress. So in a simple way, it is a content management system where we can manage our content. Okay, and we can design our website by making use of these free themes and free plugins and all. Okay, so now let's go to this WordPress. Okay, how to log into this WordPress? All right, let's see how to log in. In order to log into our WordPress, what you have to do is you have to give a domain name again. Okay, so here my domain is goexplorer.xyz. Okay, actually domain names with .xyz extension are very cheap. They'll come for some 199 rupees or like such also. You can use them also, but people will not be that interested to search for such kind of domains. That's why we go for .com, .in, .us like such kind of domain extensions. Okay, these kind of domain extensions are very cheap when compared to other things. You have to give your domain name /wp hyphen admin. WP means WordPress here. Okay, in order to log into your WordPress, okay, please remember you have to give your domain name /wp hyphen admin. Please note this thing if you don't remember. Okay, your URL /wp hyphen admin, whatever it may be. Okay, your URL /wp hyphen admin. Okay, so then you will be navigated to login page. So I'll go here. .xyz. So I'll take goexplorer.xyz. This is my domain name or my URL /wp hyphen admin. Now I'll be navigated to WordPress login page. Okay, it will ask me to log in. So why it is showing this kind of page? Because I don't have any HTTPS. That's why it is showing like this. I have an antivirus in my system and it is showing not to go there because it is not safe as it does not have any HTTPS. Okay, now you have to log in using your username and password. So while installing WordPress only, when you go to cPanel and when you try to install WordPress, then only you have to give your own username and password so that you can log in. Okay, so I'll click on login. So once you log in, you will be navigated to WordPress dashboard. Okay, this is the WordPress dashboard. This is how it looks. Initially, your website will look like this because you haven't started designing anything. Right. So now let's go for minimal things. Okay, how to design before going to design. How to design. What should we do? What are the first steps you have to take? All these things will be seen. Okay. So after going to WordPress dashboard, first thing you have to do is you can go to your profile pic here. Okay, please go there. So by going there, you can change your password like such. Okay, you can't change your username, but you can give your first name, last name. Okay, so display name is what it is displaying here. See, it is displaying as Harisha. So if you don't want that thing, you can change that thing also, first name. So I'll get something. So if you don't want such name, you can change your display name. See, you'll be getting many names now. So how to get displayed? See, the name is changing here. So how your name should be displayed? You can choose all those things. Okay, I'll choose this thing only. And you can give your email. Okay, you can give your email. You can also give your website. Okay, so you can give your biographical info also. Means what you are doing, what you are up to, what is your talents. Okay, what all you'll be doing usually, like that things you can give here. You can give a profile picture also. You have to, you can change your profile picture also. Okay, and you can also generate a new password. If you want to change your password, you have to go to your profile picture and here you can change. Simply click on generate password. It will generate some anonymous password. If it is okay, you can go with it. Otherwise, you can edit this password also. Okay, so here you can give your own password. Okay, it will be saying whether it is strong or weak like such. After giving your password, please click on update profile. Okay, once you click on this update profile, your password will be updated. This is how you have to change your password. Right, any doubts regarding this thing?
No, ma'am.
Right, so now after doing the minimal things, okay, so now you have to set up a clean URL. Okay, so what is this clean URL? I'll show you. So in order to set up a permalink or set up a URL, you have to go to settings. Here in the dashboard itself, in the dashboard menu itself, we'll be seeing settings. There you have to go to permalinks. These are all the primary steps. Okay, so if you see here, see, so if you write anything of it or if you post anything, your URL will look like this. See, is it necessary to have a date and all these things in your URL?
No, ma'am.
No, it is a bit clumsy, right? It will look clumsy. So user will not feel that good. So that's why please choose post name or directly, okay, please choose post name. It will directly show your website URL and your post name, okay? Or you can choose custom structure also, like category name, post name, you can choose whatever you want, okay? So, but make sure that always it is clear. Okay, user must feel that it is clear. He should not find it clumsy. Okay, that's why we are changing it. We can change it at any time, but if you change it before posting an article or before publishing any kind of article, it will be good. That's it. So that's why I'm saying all these primary settings. Okay, so simply I'll choose the post name only. So I'll be getting my URL and simply the post name, right? So after doing that, you have to click on save changes. Okay, so like this, first thing is you can change your URL and your sorry, you can change your password and your display name. Next thing is you can also maintain a clean URL. When people are coming to your website, they must feel good, right? So we have to take care of all these things like this by changing the permalink settings. Permalink means URL. See, this is the permalink. Okay, this is known as permalink here. Okay, so the permalink we have to make it, we have to keep it clear. So next, how to design a website. Now we'll see, we'll go to dashboard. So now let's start the design, right? So there are 4 steps. It might make you easy to start with. Okay, what are the steps? Let's see. So in order to design a website, first you have to create subfolders. Okay, so and next we'll be going for creating a menu. The next thing will be applying a theme, which is look and feel. Okay, theme is nothing but a look and feel. How should our website look? The design of our website and all. Next thing is customize. Okay, customize means we'll be changing some things, we'll be updating some things. Okay, subfolders means yeah, they can be pages or categories or posts. Okay, so I'll say about what is category, what is post, and all later. So let's start with creating subfolders. Okay, so I'll go to subfolder. So these are the 4 steps you have to follow. First, let me create some pages. Okay, so in order to create a page, okay, in the dashboard, you'll be seeing a option called pages. Please click on that thing. So when you install WordPress initially, okay, you'll be getting some sample pages. Okay, by default, you'll be getting some pages. If you want, you can keep them. Otherwise, simply you can delete. Click on trash so that they can be deleted. Okay, right. So now I'll create a page. So what all pages do we want? So if you go to a website, you might be seeing various pages like home. Okay, you'll be seeing some other pages like about us. What all pages you'll be seeing? You'll be seeing contact us. Anything more? And also they'll be providing some services, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you go to a website, usually a website will provide some services. Okay, what services they'll be providing, all they'll be displaying in the menu. Okay, they'll be creating several pages. I'll show you what is a page. Okay, so home, about us, contact us, and I'll be giving digital marketing services. That's why I'll choose digital marketing. So these are the pages. These are the 4 pages I'll be going to create. Right. So now click on add new. Here you have to give your website, sorry, your page name. Okay, home I'll be giving here. So always use first letter as caps, it will look good. Okay, so you can write content also, so I'll say it later. Okay, let's go with basics only. After creating a page, please click on publish, then only it will be reflected in your original website. Okay, publish. Okay, I'll be going back and creating the remaining pages also. Add new, home. I'll be creating about us. Okay, right. So don't worry if they don't appear. If you refresh once, they'll appear. Okay, don't worry about it. Home about us and digital marketing. Have to click on publish, and one more left, one more page left, that is contact us. Right. So let me refresh. So once you refresh, you will get all the pages what all you have created, right? So these are all the pages I have created. So I have published it. So they must reflect in my original website also. Let's go to the goexplorer.xyz and I'll refresh this thing once. Usually there are no pages here. So see, all the pages are here. Okay, as we didn't write any content here, it is not appeared. Okay, so is this way okay? Should they appear in this way?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
First,
No.
home, about
Yes.
us, contact us.
Right, they should appear in some kind of order, right? So they are not in proper order, so we have to set them in proper order, right? Now what we have to do is the second step. We have to go to the second step, that is menu. We have to arrange them in the menu. Every website will be having a menu, I think. So if you go to ODMT, also will be seeing a menu there. Okay, so what is this blue bar? This blue bar is the menu. Here the blue bar contains many things. Okay, there may be pages, or there may be categories, or there may be posts. Okay, I'll give you a clear explanation about what is a page, what is a category, and all later. Okay, so right, so we'll be getting all this menu here. So we have to create a menu like this, right? So let's go to the menu. So where will the menu option present? Okay, so in the dashboard, you have to go and check each and every option. So you have to go to appearance. So if you go to appearance, then you can go for menus. So then give a menu name. So it will not be appearing on website. For your reference, you can give a menu. I'll give it as trial menu. Okay, and next I'll be creating a menu, create menu. You can click here or here, anywhere. Okay, now it will be displayed with all the pages. What all pages you have created, all the things will be displayed here. So select all the things. So what all pages you want to display in the menu, you have to choose all them. If you want to choose all, you can simply select, click on select all. Otherwise, you can check the box here. Okay, you can choose what things you want only. Okay, click on add to menu. So right, see, they are in this reverse chronological order. Now I have to arrange them properly. So go to home, simply click on that home and drag. Okay, you can simply drag and drop. So home, after that I want about us. So simply click and drop. After that I want digital marketing, and at last I want contact us. Okay, simply click on save menu. Okay, now I'll go to my website and I'll again refresh it once. Okay, so now why it is not appearing in order? I have arranged them in the menu, right? Okay, so I have arranged them in the menu, but haven't specified where the menu should be displayed. Okay, where the menu should be displayed, I have to specify that. Okay, I want a horizontal menu or the expanded menu, whatever you want. Where you want your menu. If you want your menu to display, to get displayed in footer, you can choose this. Okay, I'll choose simply horizontal menu. You click on save menu. So now I'll go and check whether it worked or not. Yes, it worked, right? So home, about us, digital marketing, and contact us. They are in proper order. Okay. So I created a page. Okay, I have created pages and I have also arranged them in a proper order by using menu. Right. So now I want some sub pages. So you might have some seen some drop down, right? If you hover over this kind of things, you'll be seeing some drop down. Have you noticed? So if you hover over these options, okay, if you go to some websites, if you hover over these kind of things, you'll be seeing some drop down kind of option.
Yeah.
In the same way, I'll also want to create some drop down. In the case of this digital marketing, okay, here digital marketing is there, right? Under this digital marketing, I want to create uh, web designing, and I want to create um, Google Ads. I'll do some three, okay? Google Ads, and next I want social media something or SMO. I'll choose. Right. Okay. I want to display all the three things under digital marketing. If someone hover over that option, I want to display a drop down like this. Okay. Let's go and create. Okay. So again, I have to go to pages. Now I am creating sub pages. Okay. Now I'm creating sub pages. So simply click on add new. So you have to create in the previous manner only. There is no change at all. So I'll go here and I'll create web designing. Now I'll be creating another page, Google Ads. Okay, right. Now I'll create the third one, last one. It is SMO. Okay, so publish. Right. Now I'll go to my website and I'll check. So I've created three more pages, right? Why they are not getting displayed here?
Because they are sub pages, they will be under
No.
them.
So I haven't specified anything that it is a sub page, right? So I have created normally, right? As I created a page before, also I created the page in the same way. So I created pages only. So, but I haven't arranged them in the menu. Okay, so I have created the pages, but I haven't arranged them in the menu. Once I arrange them in the menu only, they'll get displayed here in the menu. Okay, so now I have to go to appearance. I have to go to menus. Now I have to add the things: web designing, Google Ads, and SM. These are the three things which I have created newly. Okay, these are three new pages. Add to menu. Okay, so now if I click on save menu, they'll be displayed here. So they are displaying here in this manner. But I want them as sub pages, right? So I'll go to menu again and arrange them in the form of sub pages. Okay. Under digital marketing, I want a drop down. So first I want web designing. So drag and drop a bit aside. Okay, bit aside. See, it is showing as sub item. So right like this, and SMO again it will be sub item. So you can create again a sub item also. Okay, you can create a sub page of a sub page, sub item of a sub item. Okay, so like this also you can create. Okay, so this is the sub item of Google Ads. So let's go and see how it will display. So now I'll refresh this thing. So now if you see, there are only four options, and if I hover over digital marketing, I'm seeing three things. So as I arranged SMO as a sub item of Google Ads, again Google Ads will be having a drop down. See, like this. Nice, right? Clear up to now?
Yes, ma'am.
Like this, we can create pages, sub pages of sub pages also. The creation of a page is similar, but you have to arrange them in the menu in a proper way. In the whatever way we want, you have to arrange them in the menu, right? Like this, we'll have to create a menu. So if you go to any website, so this is a page. So if you click on the student zone, this is also a page. Okay. So this is also a page. Okay, so like this it will display. Okay, so I'll discuss about categories and all tomorrow. Okay, let's go and apply the remaining steps. So there are 4 steps, right? We have gone through creating a page menu. We have arranged them in the menu. Now we will apply some theme. Okay, we'll apply some theme. Now we are having some theme. It is not looking that good. Go move forward and I'll apply something, right? So in order to apply a theme, you have to go to appearance again. Next, there are themes, right? Please click on the themes. Okay, so there are some themes available here. You can choose them, or else if you don't like these themes, okay, if you don't like them, you can go for add new. So we'll be getting numerous themes. As I said, WordPress will provide us with more than 10,000 free themes. You can make use of all these things. If you want a hospital theme or if you want education theme, whatever you want, you can choose the one. So if you simply click on this thing, you can see a preview of that, how the theme will look like. Such you can see a preview. Okay, like this, the page will appear like that. You can choose. Okay, I'll simply click on this thing. So if you want some kind of education theme or if you want some kind of hospital theme, okay, you can simply search here. So you'll be giving, you'll be shown with all the kind of hospital themes. You can simply use them and you can simply, okay, edit those things. Okay, I'll show you how to edit and all also. Now I'll go for simply education kind of theme. So you can go for feature, popular, latest, favorites like this. You can go for whatever theme you want. If you simply click on that, you can see a preview. Okay, I'll choose some simple theme so that you can learn easily. So I'll choose some simple theme. Okay, I'll choose a theme called Education Hub. So simply what you have to do is you have to click on install. Then you have to click on activate. So once you click on activate, your theme will get applied. Okay, now we can go to your website. You can refresh once. So like this, okay, your theme will get applied here. Okay, right? So if you don't like any of these themes, so there are numerous themes, right? So there are numerous themes like popular, latest, favorites. There will be some more than 10,000 free themes available here. If you don't like any of these themes, you can also go for buying a theme. Okay, those are known as premium themes. Okay, you can also go for buying a theme. There are numerous websites where you can buy a theme. So you can buy from My Theme Shop, or you can also buy from themeforest.net. Okay, you can buy all these things. Okay, I'll show you how to buy and all. Right. So whatever theme you want, you can search here. Okay. So I want a hospital related kind of theme. So I'll search for hospital. So if you want to design a website for a hospital, then you can go for hospital. Otherwise, you can go for a school, college, or if you want to go for a e-commerce theme, you can go whatever you want, you can choose. So I'll simply choose this particular theme so that if you click on that, you can see a preview how it looks and all. Okay, live preview. So there is some offer it changed. So like this, it will appear. This is the menu here. So if you click on this, it will show. So all these things are clickable things. So like this, your theme will appear. Okay, don't worry, you can edit all these things. You can edit all this content, you can edit all these colors, you can customize it, you can do all these things. Okay, so what you have to do is you simply click on buy now. Similar to Amazon, you have to add it to cart and you have to pay the amount by using your card or UPI, whatever it may be. Okay, once you buy, you'll be getting a zip file. Okay, once you buy the theme, you'll be getting a zip file. Okay, so it may cost up to some dollars also sometimes. Okay, you will get a zip file. Okay, now what we have to do with this zip file? After you get a zip file, okay, so you have to go to themes and you have to click on upload theme. Okay, so then click on choose file. Now we have to upload the zip file from your system to this WordPress. Okay, so once you upload that zip formatted file, okay, you can activate that particular theme and you can use it in a website. Okay, clear? Any doubts?
Yeah, clear. It's clear.
No,
Right.
ma'am.
So now you can also get a premium theme for free. Okay, there are some websites where you can get some premium themes for free. Okay, I have gone through some kind of websites like themelock.com. So there are some websites and also vdown. Okay, vdown.com, like such. There are some websites where we can get premium themes for free. We can get paid themes for free there. Okay, so you liked some theme, right? So you can go to that kind of themelog.com and you can search there. So there you can get almost 80% of paid themes for free. You can get, I think. Okay, please search. Uh, it has too many ads. Don't worry. If it navigates to some other kind of site. So see, here also you'll be getting various kind of themes. So if you like any theme here, okay, if you like any theme here, please copy the name. So if you like any theme in Theme Forest or My Theme Shop or like this, you can simply copy the name. So theme name is Medikim, it seems. Okay. Okay. You can simply choose the theme name and you can search there. Okay. You can simply copy the theme name. So the theme name is Avantage Business Consulting, right? So you can simply copy the theme name and if you paste it here, okay. So you'll be if it is present here, if it is available here, you can simply download it and use it for free. You need not pay all these kinds of $69 or $17 like such. Okay, so even this will navigate you to the theme forest like such. It will also give you a preview. Okay, so uh, right, it is an ad. It's okay. Okay, so you can go to you can go here and you can see the demo of that particular thing also. If you like that thing, you can download. Okay, you have to go to this particular URL and you can get the zip file there. After getting the zip file, you have to go to your WordPress and you have to upload that zip file with themes. Okay, you have to upload it here. Right. So in this way, we can get some paid themes also or premium themes also for free. Okay, or if you have liked some theme, okay, for example ODMT, okay, it is developed with WordPress and you like that theme, or for example Crunch Stories, you have liked that theme. Okay, so now if you want to get that theme, okay, if you want to get that theme, we have to know what theme it is. Okay, so if any website is built with WordPress, okay, then you can know what theme they have used. Okay, what theme you have used, you can know that. If they have built that website with WordPress, if they have built it with coding, we can't do anything because they have designed it on their own. Okay, in order to get their theme, you can go for a site called what WP theme is that.com. Okay, so by going to this website, you can know what WordPress theme they are using. You'll get that name so that you can simply go to Theme Forest or wherever you want and you can buy that thing. Okay, you have to simply give the website URL or website name. Okay, so you like the Crunch Stories, right? You can give the website name or name as crunchstories.in, or you can simply copy paste the URL here. Okay, now it will say what is the theme name, where it is available, what version it is. Okay, everything you'll be getting. Okay, you'll be getting everything. You can also see the demo. You can also go there and you can see the demo. Okay, so like this, you can know what kind of theme others are using also. Okay, so any doubts till now? Is it clear about theme? So if you don't remember or like such, you can please make a note down.
Okay.
Right. right? This is how we have to apply a theme. Okay, now we are in the third step. So now we have applied a theme. Let's go back to our website. Now we have to we have applied a theme. Okay, now it is also showing a drop down here and all. Good. So now we have to go to the fourth step, customize. Oh, okay, we have to customize the theme, right? So customize means we can make some changes in the theme. Okay, again you have to go to appearance and then you have to go to customize. Okay, so see here it will show you what all you can edit. Okay, it will show you what all you can edit. So based on the theme your website's look and feel will depend. Okay, based on the theme this menu's look and feel will depend. Based on the theme your sidebar will depend. Okay, so always try multiple themes and choose the best one. Okay, based on the theme everything will depend. Okay, your look and feel, what all you want to get, everything will depend on your theme, right? So now if I want to edit this name, simply click on this thing, or you can go for site identity like this. Okay, you can also upload a logo here. So simply I'll change the site title. Okay, so tagline, what you want to. Okay, okay, whatever name you want, you can give here. So here, see, you can see changing things. Okay, you can see the things are changing. Next, you can also upload a logo here. So you have to upload a logo from your system. Okay, so site icon, if you want to upload any kind of site icon also, you can give an image, right? So after you make all the changes, don't forget to publish. Only if you click on publish, then all these changes will be okay. All these changes will be updated in your original website. Here it's just a kind of preview. Okay, you can also change the color. So background color you can also change. So whatever color you want, you can change. See, if you change the colors, you can see some changes like that. I'll choose something. I'm not that good at colors.
Ma'am, can we enable dark mode, ma'am?
Yes, you can keep the dark mode also. In some kind of themes, you'll get it. Okay, in some kind of themes, you'll get it. In some kind of themes, if you don't get it, you can add some plugins. I'll explain about that also. In Crunch Story, such kind of things, we got it along with the theme.
Okay, ma'am.
So I'll show you. So that's why choosing a theme is also important. So here, see, it is a dark mode. Okay. So once you click here, you can, everything will be in dark mode. So this thing, we got it along with the theme. If you want to add to your website, you can add some plugins also. Okay, I'll say how to do that and all. If you don't get it along with your theme. So I'll choose some background colors. Okay. So now, right, it is okay, I think. So you can also keep some image, header image. So add new image. So I have to check whether I have some images or not. So always use proper images. So you can also download the images from Google. Okay, so I'll select and crop. You can crop what you want and all, you can crop. So it is okay for me. Right, see, in the header, you are applied with an image. Whatever you'll upload, you'll get that thing. Okay, you can also download the images from Google. Okay, I'll show you. So if you want to download some images like wedding images or whatever it may be, if it is a wedding photography website like that, if you want to keep some wedding images, then you can go for Google and you can download them. So simply go for images. Whatever image you want, you can download. But click on it. After clicking on it, please wait for some time. Okay, now it will get clear. Okay, you'll get a clear image. After that, you will download it, please. Okay, if not, if you download it very immediately before loading completely, then you'll get a blur image. Okay, please wait for a second after you click on that particular image till it gets clear. Okay, right. So you can use whatever images you want. But if we have a doubt that it is a kind of copyright thing. Okay, so if you think that you're copywriting some kind of things, then you can simply go for downloading reusable images. There are some images which are mainly meant for reuse. Okay, what you have to do is you have to go for tools here. So tools, in case of usage rights, okay, it changed a little bit. I think before it is to show me like used reusable images like such. Okay, this is licensable. Okay, you can use these things, I think. Okay, if you go for creative common licenses, you can use these images. There is no kind of you will not get any kind of copyright issues. But don't worry, you can use all kind of images. It is very rare that you'll get a copyright kind of thing. Okay, if you grow into a big website and then if you are using some others images, then it may become an issue. Otherwise, there is no such kind of issues. Okay, you can use whatever images you want. But if you have a doubt that it may get into some kind of copyright things, then you can go for these tools, usage rights, and choose a creative commons licenses like that. You can choose this thing and you can use. Okay, you can use such kind of images in your website. You can simply download them and you can keep it in your website. Okay, right? So let me go for other things. Background image have you can also upload an image in the background. Actually, I don't want to. Then theme options. Okay, header options and all. So if you want to show the site title, you can show. Otherwise, if you disable it, your title will not get displayed. Okay, so I want to show. If you want to add some contact number or contact email, okay, you might be seeing some contact numbers and all in some websites. Like in the same way, you can also add them. So your contact number will also get displayed on your website, so that if anyone comes to your website, they can contact you. Here it is getting displayed. Contact email also can give them. Okay, you can also keep a notice whatever you want. So I don't want to show any kind of notice. You can simply disable that thing. Okay, so if you want to show any social sharing icons, okay, like a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, you can show them also. Okay, so you have to add them. I think I'll say about them later in detail. So we are just going for the basic things. So you can also say search options. Okay, what are the search options? You can change this thing. It is showing search, right? You can change that placeholder also. Layout options. So how it should be appear? It should be in the center or right like such. You can change. You can make changes to all these things. So, right, enable new section.
Ma'am,
Footer options. Yes, yes.
can we remove that proudly powered by WordPress and education up by Run themes?
Which thing? The bottom footer kind of thing. Yes, you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
remove that. Here, you have seen right in the footer options. Okay, so you can simply remove this thing, or you can simply remove this kind of things. You can remove footer also. Okay, you can remove that. Once you create your website, all these things will be changed. Okay, so even ODMT is created with the WordPress, right? We can change all these things. Don't worry. We can. They are simply editable things. You can edit all these things.
Okay, ma'am.
But you have to search for the options. That's it. Based on the theme, the options will be changing. You have to just take a minute like such, and you have to search for all the options. So right, so featured slider, if you want to apply any slider, image slider, you can also add such kind of things. So widgets and all, I'll be saying about them later. Okay, if you want to add any coding, if you know any coding, and if you want to add any kind of coding, you can add here in the additional CSS section. You can add here. Okay, right. So now I'll click on publish. Right, I'll go to the main website. Now you can see all the changes got applied. So once you click on publish only, all the changes will be reflected in your original website. Don't forget. Okay, so now we have applied all the 4 steps. Okay, we have created a page which is a subfolder. We have arranged that all the pages and subpages in a proper menu. Okay, we have applied a theme and we also customized that particular theme. Okay, any doubts till now?
No doubts.
Right. So in tomorrow's class, I'll be explaining you what is a category, what is a post, okay, how to create such kind of categories and all. Okay, all these things I'll be explaining you in detail. Okay, about widgets and all, I'll be explaining you. Okay, that's about today's class.